Okay, welcome to another Team Clueless Battle Report. Today we are in Jason's garden. Look at the beautiful weather we have managed to conjure up in Luton today. So this is a continuation of a campaign that we started a few weeks back. We're doing kind of like a joint campaign with my mate Jason here. And we have John there and Ash over there. We started with the first battle on Jason's channel, and I'll put a link right down here, right there, right there. So you can go and watch that battle if you haven't already. It's really good fun. We're trying to do a more narrative campaign, so there's not necessarily winners and losers of each of the battles, but each side that does better in the game gets advantages going forward. For one,
I feel like I'm losing.
Yeah. For one kind of like apocalyptic, probably an apocalypse game coming up at the end of the 5-game campaign. So, Jason, give us a quick rundown what happened in the first battle, just for those who have forgotten.
So what happened was, John and I had a nice Imperial bastion in the middle with the governor and some other dignitaries there. And we were discussing plans for assaulting the Chaos, when out of the blue they just assaulted us.
That's it.
Wave after wave of Chaos winged demons and creatures of the foul abyss just assaulted us, and it was terrible. But we did manage to get one of the dignitaries off.
The mission was to protect their VIPs.
Which helped us nothing.
He gave them some re-rolls at the start of the setup of this game. They didn't roll well.
But we unfortunately lost our astropath, we lost our governator, and we just took an absolute battering. But we did manage to save the defense minister, and now we need to grab some resources to fuel our vehicles for hate.
So this game is called Consolidate Supply. So this is this table, which we have decorated with a lot of terrain. We've got all these lovely painted fuel barrels, which I'll come to in a minute. We've got this really nice defence line and such, and we're kind of like playing on this multi-level scenery piece. So today, Consolidate Supply, the two forces are going here to try and gather some resources for use in the ongoing campaign against each other. So rules we are using, we are playing Dawn of War. Ash and I are playing Chaos over there. We will be setting up on that side of the table, and John and Jace have setting up down here. Each person is bringing 1,250 points, so 2,500 points aside. There are on the table some special crates. We've got these 3 giant ones, one there, one in the middle. Now this one counts for double when I go to the next bit of the rules, and one over there. And then up top we have these different crates because we ran out of the giant ones. A set there and a set there. Each of those kind of like group of crates or big crate is an objective. If at the start of a movement phase, doesn't matter which movement phase, you control that, you gain the ability to use whatever kind of like weapons of war are inside. So we've got a table to roll on. When you first take over a crate, you get to see what that crate contains. So it contains things like rending ammo, shred close combat weapons, extra armor plates, all kinds of things. So we'll mark them as we go along, and then that crate will be fixed for that particular bonus. So every unit that controls it then gets that bonus at the start of the movement phase for that entire turn, so they can lose control of it next turn. At the end of the game, if you still control one of the crates, you get to use the stuff that's inside in a future battle, and it affects one unit in that battle for the entire game. So it could be really powerful. Gaining rending on an entire squad's weapons, gaining +1 armor on a land raider or something is very powerful. Other things that happen in this game, you'll see all of these fuel barrels which are dotted around. There's loads of them on the table. You can shoot those and they'll explode, or you could hit them in close combat, but that's a bit more suicidal. So they've got armor 10, a couple of hull points, and a 4+ armor save. If you destroy one, it blows up with a d6-inch radius, and it does strength 3 + d3, so it's quite dangerous, can hurt vehicles and such, and it ignores cover. So quite deadly when they blow up, but afterwards we'll replace them with these nice little scenery pieces we've got, which are clouds of smoke. And then from then on, any model within 3 inches of the cloud of smoke gains +2 to its cover save. So there's additional kind of like we can alter the battlefield as we go is the idea. And lastly, some assassins are on the field, and we're attempting to assassinate a secret model in the opponent's army. So each of us have written down one model. It has to be an HQ character model in the opposing army. If we manage to take out the HQ character model, all other character models in the opposing army get -2 leadership for the rest of the game, because they're fearful they will be next on the assassin's hit list. Okay, so I think that's all of the rules written down and read out. So now we'll go through and see what armies we're bringing today. Okay, 1,250 points of Chaos today. Now you see this giant Bloodthirster in the centre, really nice model. Jason's just finished painting this for a mate of mine, so I'm going to pick it up for him today. And I thought, well, screw it, I'll use it before he gets a chance. Tough luck, Nick. So he is in my army today. So I'm playing a cad of demons and a cad of Chaos Space Marines. So we've got the Bloodthirster as troops. We've got 3 old Nurglings. I couldn't find my painted Nurglings this morning, so I had to bring out the old models. We have 10 Pink Horrors. We have 6 Screamers, and there is a Herald of Tzeentch on disc, and he's a level 3. He doesn't have any gifts. The Bloodthirster has a load of gifts, so I've rolled up for him. He's got the Lance weapon, which gives him a Strength 8 AP1 Lance. He's got a will not die and +1 wound, and an additional weapon, so he gets more attacks in close combat. My Warlord today is Huron Blackheart, or a stand-in thereof. I've customised this model to represent him, halfway through painting. For the Chaos Space Marine troops, I have 2 squads of cultists. 1 with auto rifles and 1 without auto rifles. And then to rock around with her on, I have a squad of 9 Plague Marines with 2 melter guns inside a Rhino. And that is a massive 1,250 points.
So in my half of the 2,500, I've got 2,500. Yeah, I've got a unit of 9 Plague Marines with 2 melter guns and a champion with Power Fist in a Rhino. I've got some Noise Marines in a Rhino. They've got Sonic Blasters, that's it, yep, Sonic Blasters, and one of them's got a Blastmaster, and the champion has got a power weapon and a Doom Siren. I've got 3 independent Obliterators, all with a Mark of Nurgle, and then I have got the other squad of Nurgle Plague Marines with my General, who has, for this game, has Toughness 6 and a 2-up armor save.
Nice, that was the bonus you got last game, wasn't it?
Yep, and they're in a Rhino as well. So, yeah, not much again.
Alright, so this is my 1250. I've gone for a very thematic, fast-moving army. I got the feeling that after we got pushed off our bastion last time, we pulled back into the desert, and now we had to quickly move forward to get to the industrial site. So I've got a company command squad over there. They've got 2 melter guns, a standard bearer Vox, and a master of the fleet, and they'll be in a Chimera. I've got a platoon, my platoon command that survived the last battle, who also got the Tank Hunter's ability. They will also be in a Chimera. And then I've got a veteran squad over here, 10 man with 3 melters. They'll be in the 3rd Chimera. And then I've got 1 infantry squad at the back here, and they will be guarding the Basilisk. And then I've got 2 Valkyries. Each have 10 stormtroopers in, and hopefully they will be joining the battle and turning the tide. That's my 1250, nice and simple. Everything's mobilized for war.
Okay, so this is my 1250. It's pretty small for a guard army. Basics, we've got HQ, he's going to die real quick. That's a commissar. Lord, I might add. Troops wise, we've got a platoon with a platoon command, nothing special. Comlink. Then we've got 4 squads, 3 and 4. They've all got a missile launcher each. Sergeants have melter bombs. 2 of them have got grenade launchers and 2 have flamers. Second troop choice is a unit of veterans. 2 melter guns in there, and they all have grenadiers, so they've all got carapace, and they're flying about in Mr. Valkyrie here. Nothing special. Las cannon, 2 missile pods. The rest of the points kind of, well, yeah. So I've got 4 assassins. I've got 1 of each, and there you go. That's it. Calidus got a perk from last game also, where she's got an additional attack. She's got lightning reflexes, so she's kicking out about 7 attacks on the charge. That should do the trick, and that's it. Let's play a game.
Okay, so you join us for setup. Ash and I have set up first. So we've got Pink Horrors down here. Oh, we got a Rhino that's got Infiltrate. Huron's Warlord trait has given us some infiltrating units, so we infiltrated some
Go through us along there.
some Marines up there, which gives us a Rhino. Ash will just place that. So over here they put down a line of infantry kind of like blobbed along in various places, as you can see. One over there as well.
This is the first game I've seen with so many infiltrators.
Yeah. It's because he bought hundreds of assassins. We've got the Basilisk at the back here. Jason's command squad's inside here. Then the assassins, who, let's face it, they're the important part of the Imperial army, because a load of Valkyries with troops on are off the board. So we have a Vindicant up here. That's his name from the last battle. We have an... Which is one?
Colexus.
Colexus down here. We have the Calidus over there. And where is the Eversaw hiding?
Eversaw is down by that big blue.
Ah, the Eversaw is
How is she that close?
down in
She can
there.
go
She's
within
allowed
range.
to set up anywhere.
Really?
So, rest of deployment, so
That's
that's their
possible
side.
route anywhere
I've
where I
infiltrated
can
Nurglings here.
my,
The
my rhino
Bloodthirster
then.
is there. We infiltrated these Marines up there. We've got our Obliterators are all just on the edge up there within our 12 inches. Huron and his unit have infiltrated up to there. These guys aren't on the table, they're inside Ash's Rhinos there, and my Screamers are deployed there.
You can't see anywhere worth putting this.
We'll stick that down in a moment. Let's see. Roll for Seize Initiative. Now, they've got the Warlord trait that gives +1, so on a 5 or 6.
Jason, we need this.
6.
Damn it, they've stolen. Well, that gives us the advantage of going last, Ash.
That's
Yes,
fine.
it does.
Didn't you not want to use that dice?
No. I love the dice, man. What are you talking about?
Okay, let's see what happens on their turn 1.
Right, so this was Imperial Guard turn 1.
After stealing our initiative.
That's right. Strategic genius is all I want to say.
If
All
he's
right.
such a genius, why is he sending Imperial Guard?
So our moving phase, as we are a guard army, wasn't very eventful. I moved those guys up there. The Chimera moved forward a little bit. John pushed forward with his infantry a little bit, all on these areas. We got this squad within that objective over there, and we got my Imperial Guard squad down at the bottom there, and that assassin within that objective. These guys have got the Nurglings have got this one over here, and then Obliterator's got that one over there, and there was an Obliterator which we'll come to over there. I just wanted to point that out. And then the other one's over there.
The
All right,
Vindicant
so
man
we'll,
to
we'll tell you quickly what they are. So this crate over here holds ammunition for
Skyfire. So a unit that holds that at the end of the movement phase gets Skyfire until the end of the turn. The same with all the other bonuses.
right, and this crate holds.
Up there, they have Shred close combat weapons.
That's going to be really useful for guard. This one has 2.
So he gets to choose which of those he gets, and if anyone holds it at the end of the game, they get both those bonuses to apply at a future date. That one has Skyfire and Armor Bane. So it has Skyfire ammo and Armor Bane ammo or blades. He gets to choose which.
And then the last one.
That one has Armor Bane ammo or blades again. There's one more, Jace. You've forgotten the one up here.
Oh yeah.
That one has Rending ammo or blades in it.
Okay, so that's what we're playing for. Right, so the order phase came and went pretty quickly. I cast the move and shoot and fire on that unit there, or rather shoot and run. And did you cast any, John?
He failed.
You failed.
No, you failed doing
Are you
first
split
rank,
fired?
second rank up
Yeah.
here, and my puny little command squad did split fire on that squad.
We basically, our turn in the shooting phase was really concentrated on these noise marines over here. They took like little bits of casualties from all sorts of squads,
And
from
they're
that dude,
still not dead.
that dude, these dudes down here, these dudes, all fired into them with their cover saves. We managed to kill about 4 of them, I think there was.
Yep.
And there's 2 left, and they are fearless, so they don't care. The Vindicate Assassin made up for the last game and took out that Obliterator which was standing up at the top there. I fired the Basilisk down here.
I'm going to replace this Obliterator.
Got a direct hit on the horrors over here, killed 4 of them, and put a structure point on this exploding
Yes,
gas
they have
tank.
2 hull points, and he rolled quite badly, so didn't blow it up.
And I think that was the extent of our turn.
Now we're gonna die.
That's
mean-
the plan.
There was some more fire down here, but nothing really happened. Lots of ineffectual fire on everything else except that Noise Marine squad over there.
Some would say that's still ineffectual, as our entire army that could see it only killed 5.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Yeah, it's a 211 point squad.
That's pretty dirt, yeah.
Bloodthirster over there. I like to give shots of what everything's in the various levels. Okay, so let's go to Chaos turn 1.
End of Chaos turn 1. So what happened this turn, Ash? So
Actually, before you carry on, Nick, if you're watching this, this wasn't chipped before it came to you.
it's fine, Nick. It's fine.
There's definitely no massive bits of
I
paint missing.
may have wedged him in there somewhere, but he fitted fine.
I like the way the wings are catching the steady breeze we've got.
Yeah, that's the bit that worries me more, to be honest. It's okay, Nick. I've got touch-up paint at home.
Blue.
Red spray paint.
Okay, so the first thing happened, we moved a load of stuff. So we both moved up our rhinos here. I got out my squad of Huron in. I moved up my cultists up there and down there. Ash moved up his 2 rhinos dudes in down there.
Yep.
The obliterators shuffled forwards a bit, and my pink horrors moved sideways. The aforementioned Bloodthirster wedged himself in there right next to the Calidus assassin, but we'll get to that. So, psychic phase, Jason's favourite phase. So we got 6 psychic dice. So we decided to go for broke. So that model, not the same one that's there, but the same actual model I was using. He cast Sacrifice first of all, lost a wound, but made another copy of himself with only psychic level 1. So he summoned in down there, and then I cast Possession and turned myself into a Lord of Change, which I represent with this tiny little Lord of Change model, which Jason hates beyond anything else in the world. So they're there. The Screamers had shot over the top, and they dealt, I think, 6 wounds to this squad on top, so that was really effective. Ash and I combined fire from our Rhinos and the Plague Marines to damage this squad down here.
Who are now running?
Who are running. Ash fired your... What did you fire your 2 obliterators at?
Well, this obliterator tried firing at the Collectus, didn't realise crazy, you know, rules.
Can't hit it
Yeah.
rules. But the other one made up for it.
And the other one decided that, you know what, big las cannon and the Vindicator, get revenge for my buddy. And
Yep.
boom,
Bang! Instant death to the Vindicator. He only got a 2 on the Vindicare, who got a 2 on his in one save.
Yep.
Down here, my Nurglings sprinted out from behind the cover and assaulted this Imperial Guard squad. It was a bit of a slapfest combat, but I lost by, I think, 1 or 2, and then I failed my instability roll and did another 3 wounds, which was really bad. So my Nurglings are a bit screwed.
My Nurgle Lord used the Burning Brand.
Oh yeah, Burning Brand.
On a guard unit that was actually just there,
Burned
but is now
4 of them, I think, and
Yep.
they have now run to the back here, and they are running away.
Yep.
And then to finish the turn, the Bloodthirster engaged the Calidus in close combat. He missed with his shooting attacks because of her polymorphine rubbish, but then just went in there, slapped her around the face with the Axe of Khorne. She thought the initiative 8 and weapon skill 8 was good, but he showed her that's not good, and he beat the crap out of her, no wounds on him in return. So he then leapt up to the top of his consolidate move and screamed to Khorne for victory!
And is now thinking, oh my god, oh my god.
He's now thinking it's a little wobbly up here, I might move the model now they stop filming, is what he's thinking. Okay, let's go on to, let's see what happens in their turn.
Imperial turn 2. What a glorious day. So, because we've got loads of strategic geniuses in our ranks, we get +1 to our reserve rolls and re-roll them. So everything that we had in reserve has come on, which includes 2 Valkyries, which spunked out a lot of Stormtroopers. Here, yes, there is a 3rd Valkyrie which came on there, and 2 Chimeras, a round full of veteran troops. That was it. Movement was pretty low, other than those reserves coming on. Assassin moved up here. Colexus had a few shots at the Bloodthirster, which is now a template. Everything else come on.
It's okay, Nick, I'm treating him well.
He is. They popped down. They were a bit too close and a bit too bunched up and a bit too close to that guy with a dirty, great big flame weapon. So they've just spread out. We didn't do combat here, so we're going to resolve that in a second.
Oh, yeah.
Moved up, killed the last of the whatever they're called,
Noise Marines.
Thank you very much. Jason absolutely pummeled everything he had. Everything. All eggs, 1 basket.
Of course, when I did this, I didn't realise he had a flamer.
Yes,
so I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of baked stormtroopers.
not just any flamer, but a dirty, great big heavy flamer. So that's going to negate their shiny armour.
I did the first rank, second rank fire
Yes,
on the lasgun.
first rank, second rank. Took
Still-
out a lot of Nurgle Marines, which is nice.
left.
A lot of Nurgle Marines. You took out 8 Nurgle Marines.
Yes, 1 remaining and the big bad boss. So that was pretty cool. These are scary in our lines. I think we managed to cause, what,
I killed 1 and put a wound
so
on 1. I
it's
think.
2 wounds.
But
yeah,
he
and
made
1
a
wound down
shit
there.
ton of 6-up saves.
Yeah, they jinked
Well, they got like a 4 up with re-rolling 1s. They're
They
also, they did
jinked
absorb a lot of fire though.
everywhere.
I love my Screamer unit.
So that was really good. Basilisk fired once again onto, well, fortunately one of them's blown up. Look, it's dead. Killed a lot of pinkies, and that was it. Killed 1 more pinky from that Valkyrie. They're really good. They're like an ace crew, you know. What else happened? Oh, Eversaw, assault phase. Eversaw
He wiped out.
went in, did what he does best, and killed a whole 10 cultists via the medium of shooting and
the
Neural
other
Gauntlet.
10 cultists lost 6 of their number. They rolled really well on their
the second Valkyrie.
go to ground saves down here.
Dead. We're going to resolve this combat now. And that's it. I don't know. It's good. We've got more troops on, but there's still
That
a
just
lot of
means more
scary
for them to
cow stuff. This is true.
Yes, with our 3 guns.
So let's see what happens on Chaos turn 2.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, it's the end of Chaos turn 2.
Yep.
Blimey. Okay, so what are we doing? Over here, we'll start over here and then work sideways. So over here, Huron Blackheart lined himself up for an awesome flamer shot. I managed to, with both squads combined, I think he killed 11 or 12 of the veterans or stormtroopers. Him and his Plaguebearer bodyguard assaulted in on one squad of them that had a few left. Jason accepted Huron's shouted challenge. Huron slaughtered the sergeant and some of the rest of the squad, and they cut down the squad as it ran. And then Huron was blessed by the dark gods and has turned into a demon prince.
This is a sad fate that my only chance of killing Huron was to Maopi roll bad on the god's face.
Yeah, it was a reasonable choice. My pigeon, which Jason hates, landed over here, and he's got the Tzich beam power. So he went to cast it. He was aiming it to go through this tank, this explodey thing, and these 2 guys over here. Failed with 3 dice to get 1 success on the casting roll. But he then cast Flickering Fire to Tzich and knocked the top armament off this tank and a couple of hull points. Rest of the stuff over here, we just pitter-pattered some shots around, didn't really do anything. The Screamers landed down here, have been joined by the newly summoned Herald and multi-assaulted these 2 tanks, killing this one. The Bloodthirster went back here, assaulted this squad, ate it, then moved backwards slightly. Under there, the Burning Brand armed Chaos Lord burned up here and killed some of this command squad and some of this previous squad. Down here, John had his stormtroopers landed, so I moved forward with my pink horrors and flickering fired them, killing 4, and then my Nurglings moved up behind. The pink horrors attempted a charge to try and soak Overwatch, but John wisely decided not to do so. He then overwatched the Nurglings, failed to do anything, and they went in and somehow managed to beat the guard up in assault. So that was quite nice. I managed to kill an extra guardsman there. The 2 obliterators attempted to shoot at the assassins, but didn't do anything.
No, that one tried to shoot at the assassin, didn't hit anything.
Didn't hit
that
anything.
one killed another.
I was shooting back here. So that's all that we did on our turn. Pretty good though. We'll see what they can respond with. They've got big flyers and such, but the weaponry is not that useful.
Bizarrely enough, I didn't notice that I actually.
Right, guys, this was Imperial Guard turn 3, and man, I hate 1s. Right.
You hate them, you're old enough.
Yeah. Right, so what happened? That bald assassin, wherever he's gone.
He's hiding underneath there, some crates.
Oh, there he is. He moved just to the other side over there.
Killed 2 pink horrors, didn't he?
Yeah, he went in the assault. I might as well do that now. In the assault phase, he charged in and killed the last 2 pink horrors over there. Over here, these guys were still locked in combat, 1 wound each, so the Nurglings are still holding up those veteran guardsmen. Over here, this Bloodthirster on the gangplank over here got fired on by that squad. Loads of 1s ended up there. By this las cannon and 2 missile pods. The missile pod actually hit but didn't wound, and also failed to blow up this canister thing over here. So, move down here, 2 melter guns, a multi-laser and a heavy bolter, loads of 1s.
You did deal him 2 wounds this turn.
Yeah, he's taken 3.
3
altogether.
total.
This guy tried to charge him as well, and on his Overwatch he got 2 hits and put a wound on him, and he didn't make the charge either. These guys are down here. These guys on the order turn, I cast 1st rank, 2nd rank fire on them, and they put a wound on the Screamers. Over here, I jumped out, got Monster Hunter on these guys, and those guys cast 1st rank, 2nd rank fire on the remaining 3 Stormtroopers down there. And these guys put 2 wounds on him, and 4 plasma gunners only put 1 wound on him. So he's taken 3 wounds.
2 left.
Yeah.
Missile blaze on your command squad.
And then those stormtroopers over there
When it says turn, it means
fired on the newly formed Demon Prince and put 2 wounds on him.
Yep.
When a roll refers to
There's
a
2
turn,
guardsmen
roll
down here. They also fired.
refers to a
Did
game.
nothing, as you would expect. And then my Valkyries on the top here basically just flew over and dropped their payloads on themselves. Because they got loads of, I mean, that one fired at the obliterator there, got 2 1s and something else. This one also failed to wound anything. John's one, on the other hand, you can see it just at the bottom there. He killed the remaining 5 cultists that were on the bridge over there. So there we go. That's the end of our turn 3, and it's looking grim. The demons are running amok in our lines. They're taking out all our hard hitters,
These just failed.
summoning more and more stuff.
Soul
These
Blaze.
guys just failed their
So
Soul
this was
Blaze.
a Soul Blaze. They just took a single wound, which was the comlink from the command squad. So there's a officer and the Lord Commissar remaining. They failed on a roll of 11 and they've run 9 inches.
Doesn't the Commissar shoot someone?
He shoots the other guy.
And get a reroll?
Yes.
Yeah, get a reroll.
Hey.
The Commissar is back.
I was hoping you were going to roll
We
another
turn the
11.
look of shock on John's face there. These guys have just somehow died to Soul Blaze.
He's still on fire, however.
That would have been the first thing Soul Blaze has ever done in the history of gaming.
So this
It's
is
Soul
what the
Blaze
table
killed a
looks
couple.
like. Man,
It's still a
Soul
damn
Blaze
cool
is
looking
probably
table.
I'm really disappointed. I rolled so many ones on that Bloodthirster. I was hoping
Yeah.
to put at least
Look
5
how
wounds
He's
on
doing
it.
well, Nick. He's doing
It is
well.
one of the prettiest models on the board, apart from obviously Horan now. Horan is definitely the sexiest model on the board.
What do you mean? You got my little pink horror dude running a disc down there.
Oh man, he's gonna die. This freaking
You forget the pigeon.
feathered freak. There's the newly risen Demon Prince. And he's now a lonesome Nurgle bodyguard. If you guys think we're doing well, you see down there at the bottom, this light's not great for this, but there's 2 chimeras down there.
Two rhinos.
They are filled with that. So that puts the game back in the balance. Okay, so that's the end of our turn. Let's see what Chaos can do.
So we have reached the end of Chaos Turn 3, and that was a damn bloody turn, wasn't it, Ash?
Yes, because I did actually very little this turn.
So over
Killed the
here,
assassin.
I did loads of assault. So over here, we piddled about a bit. The last remaining Plague Marine charged in and killed, with the help of a couple of bolt gun shots on those vehicles, killed the 3 remaining Stormtroopers. The Huron Demon Prince leapt over and put 2 hull points on the Chimera. Jason's favourite model over here, he landed the other side, flickering fired but didn't hurt because he was snap firing, but then charged in, killed 2 plasma gunners, and he's locked in combat with a sergeant. Over here, the guy there cast flickering fire on Jason's 10 strong squad of veterans. I got 12 shots out of it, hit all 12 times, wounded 11 times, killed the entire squad, and then they assaulted this vehicle, blew it up with their warp jaws. Bloodthirster landed down here, assaulted a Chimera, blew that up. Over here, the Nurglings, who have been awesome this game, are still engaged the squad. We did 1 wound apiece, so that's
Again.
happily engaged there, even though John's got much better armour than me and more attacks. Up here, this Obliterator fired down there and killed Neversaw.
Yes, he did.
Nicely done. This Obliterator shot up there with its melter gun.
It hit, even though because that thing is actually right on top of me, and I managed to roll a 3 for armor penetration when I needed.
Aha.
Yeah.
Down here, these guys control this objective and chose to gain Skyfire, and they fired their melter guns up, but double
That one.
missed.
Actually, that one was that one.
Oh, okay, that one behind there, you can see
Yeah.
it coolly through the terrain, but missed on that.
Yep.
And I think that was basically our go. Loads of assaulting at the back.
I'm basically waiting for.
You're taking the middle on that side, and I am assaulting the crap out of this backside with my 2 summoned monsters over here. And...
Well, we always need.
Oh, okay, slight edit. I'm assaulting the vehicles and such down here. We'll
Where your
insert that in.
Slanesh models, man?
He's killed another model, Nick. He killed that Chimera, so he is doing very well. Oh, let's see if he gets a wound back with his It Will Not Die. He doesn't, only a 4, alas. He's still got half his wounds.
Soulfire is being unbelievably
Oh, yes. Soul Blaze is ripping this guy apart. It's brilliant.
He's running around.
Let's see what they can do on their turn 4. They've basically got their Valkyries left that can do a fair amount of stuff, and they've got a few tanks and stuff littered about, and
No, those are all broken tanks.
collectors, so I'm still pretty scared of.
Yeah, we're not
So
quite sure how
let's
to
see if
do
they
it.
can get back in the game.
Right,
We've got
that's
family
the end
members
of the Imperial turn 4. Very quick one, because I've got about 7 models left. Jason's got about
9.
Yeah.
It's unraveling pretty
Oh,
quickly.
I don't even know what happened. They're still locked in combat.
No wounds this time.
No wounds, so still a
Those
drawn
Nurglings
combat.
are possibly getting painted.
This dude, yeah, they should do. This dude is no longer on fire. Woot, but did nothing other than sort of casually walk off from the battlefield.
I'm kind of like imagining him rolling around on the floor,
Yeah,
just trying to
he's-
put out the fire from his greatcoat.
Duck and
He's
roll,
done it.
man.
Collector's popped up. I think she did the wound.
did
It
do a
did a
wound.
wound. I don't know if it's male or female. Your boys, Jason, most of them were pinned. The other dudes, I'm pretty sure
put
you
a
did
wound
another
on the
wound.
Bloodthirster.
It's got 1 left, right?
Yeah.
1 wound left. Oh, Valkyries did some stuff. Took a
put a
wound off of
wound on
this
that.
Obliterator.
Yeah.
Both of Jason's Valkyries fired.
So
Not
that
enough
one's
there.
still flying, isn't it? And that one's
Yep.
hovering.
That's hovering, yeah. My Valk come over, missile podded the Screamers, killed 2 and put a wound on that other character.
Yeah, pretty good.
But there's still just... Oh, dirt. I tried to shoot at the cock, failed. Cockatrice.
My
by the way.
sergeant got killed with the budgie.
They've moved
Yeah.
on to hold the most pointless objective in the entire game, which is the rending blades or whatever it is.
No, shred blades.
Shred
Winter
blades.
ogres, man. Winter ogres.
Yay! Yay! Really need that one. Good work, boys. That's it.
We've got the
we're
Skyfire
doomed.
Armor Bane one.
Yes, you've got all of them. You will have all of them for the
That's-
next game.
Well, all but that one, yeah.
So
we might
are we
even get that
counting
one.
it if you
Shocking.
wipe us all out? Do you get all of them?
Well, yeah,
No, we have to have
essentially.
units to get to them by the end of the game.
Because you still need to
Okay.
pick up the ammo.
Well, that's good to know. But you are in strategic
The
position.
thing is, this one down here, we've both got a
yeah,
unit
but
there to.
there's a unit there that's going to.
Well, you'd think, but
Well, I was hoping that, you
Ash
know...
has taken forever to get around to help me.
There's not a chance of us getting that one. That one is quite heavily guarded by.
I
Just
didn't
the
interrupt
one,
her.
though.
Yeah.
But that's it. That's all we got. So Chaos turn
Right,
4.
we're just going to interrupt the end of this Chaos turn 4, I think it is.
Chaos turn 4.
Because we're down to, well,
Handful of
those
men.
2 models there, I think is what Mike,
Yeah, the
John,
Nurglings won combat this round.
John has 2 models left, and I have 3.
You've got this as well.
I've got
Oh.
Commissar.
Oh yeah, the burning
And
commissar
you
is
got this
running
thing
away.
here.
Yeah, and he's got the missile launcher there, which you actually needed to take
Oh,
a
yeah,
panic
yeah.
test, I think.
All kinds of
didn't
stuff.
it?
So-
So we're calling it after this turn because we've won at this point. But we're going to do this combat up here. My Bloodthirster on 1 wound.
You have been terrified of this assassin for some obscure
I have been running
reason.
away because it's got instant death attacks.
Right,
I've
where
only
you
got 1 wound left. I'm not that scared of the instant death.
Get
I
that.
don't even know where you got
Roll
instant
somewhere.
death from.
If it rolls a 6, it's got instant death close combat
Oh
attacks.
yes, it does. Right. Okay.
Just give you, they destroyed my Valkyrie up here.
Yep.
They've
Yeah.
destroyed the infantry squad over there. The Nurglings killed another dude
That
over
Valkyrie's
there.
I
flying
stopped
off.
this one from flying,
Yeah,
all kinds of bad stuff.
So it's
The arena.
it's
I
gone
sword
down the
over here,
shitter.
killed another squad. So we've won now.
Yeah.
Or not
And-
win because we can't win this
And
game.
they,
But
they control that objective. They
yes,
control that
objectives. Let's
objective.
go through. So for future turns, we've got this one down here, which gives Skyfire and Rending. Up here we have what's a 4?
That was
Just some sort of-
Rending.
Oh, that's Rending. So
Yeah,
3 is
the-
Armor Bane.
Yeah, Skyfire and Armor Bane.
And you guys have got a Shred Blades. It'll be useful in that Zone Mortalis.
Yeah,
We've got
yeah,
one
for
over there.
sure.
And we've got Skyfire over here. So we've got 2 Skyfire ammos we can give to something in the future.
And this one's contested.
That one is contested because I
Personally,
couldn't kill
think,
those 2
you know,
dudes.
if we had another turn,
Another
that was
turn.
ours, but we don't
So,
have another
the
turn.
Bloodthirster charges in. I have
Yes.
initiative 9, he has
Yes.
initiative 8. But he is more or less
7.
invisible, being some evil
Not
psychic
that
abomination.
much. You've
I have to roll
weapon skill
6s to hit.
one. No, you don't. Your weapon skill 1.
So it's 5.
5s. Ah, okay. So I'm needing 5s to hit. Now I've got a choice here. I can have a re-roll to hit because I've got an Aether Blade, or I can attempt to instant death the assassin, which has 2 wounds left by using my Great Axe of Khorne.
Reroll to hit.
I'm going to go. No, there's only 1 re-roll to hit, so
Oh,
I'm
is
going to
it?
go for the
Oh.
Great Axe.
Yeah,
Go
just
on
the
then.
accent.
8 attacks on
Fives to
5s.
hit.
That's a pretty good roll.
Oh my God.
I'll take those 5
This is what they've been rolling like the whole game. But before you roll your wounds, John, roll your attacks. And
Oh
we'll see
yeah,
how-
let's see.
I don't get. No, I'm not going to do it.
No,
No,
Alright,
just
I'm
see
not gonna
what's
do
to
it.
say. Okay, so
I'll
I
do it
need 2s
after,
to
maybe.
wound, but 6s are instant death wounds. So 1 instant death, 3 other wounds, John.
Right, I'm going to roll to save against the instant death. She's
No.
dead.
And she did.
Dead. What an
Well,
anticlimax.
That was an anticlimax. You roll 1 dice in that
Oh,
combat, John.
Earlier, I
What
took a
could have
picture.
done?
I took a picture of him fighting one of the other assassins, and that's exactly what happened
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Instant death, fail my instant dead.
Would have wounded.
With an
That's
instant
safe.
death.
Yeah, boom.
You would have killed me.
Yeah.
But you didn't.
No, instead
So,
you got squashed.
They go nick a second assassin killed by the Bloodthirster.
Amongst many other guardsmen.
He has been awesome this game. So,
I think he's killed both of the
he
others.
killed 2 of the others, yeah. These 2 are assassin hunters.
Wait a minute, isn't that what your job was supposed to be?
Shut up.
Man,
Okay, thoughts on the game then. You 2 first?
I don't know how that could have gone any worse.
no, I think it was more to do with our rolling. Man,
Oh,
we had some.
That one turn you were tracking your
Yeah.
bad rolling, weren't you? And you didn't roll a 6 for like 20 odd rolls.
Yeah, and it was just there
Yeah,
was there was a
but
turn
you
before that where I
remember-
rolled loads of
Yeah,
ones
yeah.
as
There's
well.
that roll turn where John just rolled 6s. He's like, 6 dice, 6s.
But that was a really
Six
unequal
times.
roll. That was to
Yeah.
shoot my
Yeah, that was
guardsman.
all pointless crap.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Luck doesn't view it
Yeah.
that way. He goes, you wanted the rice.
Chase, how do How do you feel about the pigeon still being alive?
Oh my god.
One
That's
wound left.
third game in a row now.
Can I shoot it? Can I shoot it with a crack? No.
Missed
No,
it.
John.
Can I flame it with a flamer?
No, I'm in the sky.
Oh, oh, what?
That's-
are your views
That's
on
why he's
soul
not
playing?
contesting the objective.
Oh, yes,
No, you know what? I thought it was still a pretty good game, but I mean, even though me and John got absolutely mashed, it was interesting.
Damage back.
I think my major problem is my limited knowledge of what's going on.
Yeah, like the fact that you didn't realise Huron had a flame
Yeah.
wound, you just jumped down and I think 16 of your dudes with one flame template because they were just
Yeah,
packed in next to each other like
and that was like
sardines.
I would say about 35% of my army.
Yeah,
was
they
the-
were huge
you know.
points. They're all veterans,
Yeah.
20 veterans in a blob, and he then charged in and killed them all.
So that was major. And
The screamers, I think, have been really good for me.
oh man,
They
these
just
things
soaked
are
up so much
such
fire.
a
The
pain.
Psycho was really good with his shooting with the flickering fire.
And also, once again, I think you checked the last game that me and you played. I spread out all the wounds on everything as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, that's it.
I mean-
One wound on the Bloodthirster, who's been epic. He killed a unit a turn.
And he had 1 wound left.
Yeah.
The Demon Prince has 2 wounds.
2 wounds left. There's one guy left in my Nurgle squad.
Yeah.
This guy's got 1 wound left.
These are only 2 models left here.
Yeah.
And the Nurglings. Oh my god, John, you should hang your head in shame.
They
It's
went
not
through
me, is
10
it?
guardsmen at the start of the game, and then they went through.
Then I sent
No,
an
they
elite
hate
unit
veterans.
in.
18 guardsmen they've killed over
yeah,
4
and there's
turns.
3. They cost me 45 points for those 3 units of Nurglings.
15 points of base. Oh,
Nice.
Couple of amusing things as well. The Commissar running around on fire.
Yeah.
And then right as we to get
I
shot
don't
down
think
by
Nurglings
bolts.
can contest, can they?
Ooh, we'll double check that in a minute. No, I think swarms can now.
Can they?
I'll
I don't know.
double
I
check
know
in a
that
second.
in the
If
old.
they can't, your plate marines certainly
Yeah,
can.
so we're still contesting down there. Ash's leader there never got into combat, but his burning brand was incredible.
I
'cause
did
he,
say that he was our assassin.
Yeah,
Tom.
he was our assassin.
he just sat in the centre and he just flamed a squad a turn, didn't he? Because it had such reach and because you were right in the centre of the board
Yeah.
where everything was happening.
Ironically, when me and John were choosing our character assassin, I was saying we should go for the Bloodthirster because you're going to be very gung-ho with it and just run around and attack things.
I honestly thought you'd pick that. I was surprised that you guys have picked him
Well,
because
in my mind, I thought, for that very reason, yes, this would have been gung ho. But your dude, I thought, was going to be gung ho. You're both saying it is impossible to kill him, and I thought, wow, if I get my Calidus in him,
Yeah. The
In
Calidus will
him.
kill him.
no, no,
He
no,
would
no,
have
no. I
been
did
in
not.
you.
I did not think he was impossible to kill. Just because he's
you don't think
toughness-
anything is impossible to kill, even when it is impossible to
You
kill.
can kill everything.
I know,
Everything in the
I
game
know.
can be killed.
I thought you guys had picked the Commissar because he was
Yeah, I
taking
thought-
a battering
Yeah.
most of the game. And then when my fleet guy died, it was like, oh, we've got our point.
It was this guy because he was sitting there. When we lined up our armies, you're like, what shooting attacks have we got? Well, we've got 3 obliterators and that's it.
Basically, yeah,
So none of the exploding barrels came into play from our side because we couldn't shoot them with anything. And
No.
your side, we weren't next to any.
Ironically, the only barrel to
Yeah, the
explode
only
was
barrel
the.
that got destroyed was that one over there the whole
I mean,
game.
I hit this one twice and that one twice and didn't do a single
Yeah.
point of damage
A
to them.
friggin' plane crashed into this one.
Yeah, when they shot down my Valkyrie, it went crashed
Landed
onto
on
the
the
assassin.
assassin.
He just shrugged it off.
Unreal. It was fun, but
Okay, so the next game is a giant tank battle. So we're going to be playing a spearhead type mission, which I'm going to rewrite the rules for. And underneath, there's going to be a Zone Mortalis, and there's going to be defense turrets on the main table, which they get to control. So I think it's going to be Ash and John fighting in the Zone Mortalis. John, are you going to bring the Space Marines next time?
I think they're going to be.
The Space Marines are going to turn up.
Are you sure you're not just going to bring
Yeah.
4 assassins?
Oh no, I still will. Assassin.
And
Because
Jason and I are playing quite a few points, and I think we're both going to bring in at least 2 Bane Blades.
That's
and
right.
I
a
might
load
have to
of
go
stuff.
out and buy 4 assassins myself.
We're
There's going to be lots of traitor guardsmen on my side.
I suspect we're going to need a few more of those smoke clouds
Yeah, quite
for
possibly.
wreck tanks.
Oh, I'm too busy.
Okay, so we better do our end of game rolls. Thank you for watching, everybody.
Yep.
And
And
remember to go back and check the rest of the campaign videos. There's the first one to watch, and there might even be the second one up. Third one up after this one shortly.
There's a link somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a link down here. Everyone point. I'll get it somewhere on the screen.